So go ahead and close your eyes. Settle in and close your eyes. I want you to take this in. This is from the Radiant Sutras, as many of you know, one of my very favorite offerings of our sacred text. Settle into your breath. Settle into this moment. Settle your skin. Feel your spine nice and long, but that the skin that covers the spine relaxed, open to receive. This is verse 38. It says, watch for a moment in which two opposing perceptions occur, such as wanting to go and not going, knowing and simultaneously not knowing. In the midst of this dilemma, let go of both perceptions and jump into the interval between. Reality flashes forth, and your being is a shining field of awareness. And here, it's where you can play. Constant struggle between what is right and what is wrong, what is real and what is unreal. Constant movement of opposites. Instead of reaching for one or reaching for the other, what if you lay in the center of both? What if you allow yourself to lay in the in-between? Does your mind go crazy there? Because in this text, it's telling us that our mind, our bodies, our souls now can play. Because we're not reaching. Every time we keep reaching for this or reaching for that, stay in the in-between. Cast aside the 10,000 things and love this. Engage your awareness with your focus. Go inside and find the center. Go to your soul, heart. And right here, there's the vastness of the blue sky. This text is always telling us that when we let go of reaching for this or reaching for that, and when we lie in the middle, we'll find freedom. Go ahead and bring your hands to your heart center. In that place of center, in that place of in-between, inhale for the sound of Om. Deep breath in. Again, inhale. One more deep breath. Release your hands and open your eyes and come into child's pose, please. Prakasha is one of the Sanskrit words in this verse. In the space between any two perceptions, thoughts, or objects, shine forth. In the space between any two perceptions, thoughts, or objects shines forth. In that moment, you can laugh. You can burst open in laughter between, the place in between. In that moment, see how many moments you can arrive there. It doesn't take anything away from you choosing for yourself life, but it does add to you that moment that you let go. Like I always say, you get to the pearly gates and God said, why didn't you have fun? I placed so many things in that in-between for you to have fun. And you just focused on the one thing. or the other thing, or the like and the don't like. Go in between. Come on up to your hands and knees and take it back into downward facing dog. Maybe make yourself a note today. And when you start to obsess on something, have something on your note to say, go hang in between. We have to write love notes to ourselves, don't we?
Oh, yeah.
What is that note you have taped to yourself? Well, just for me later when I start obsessing on something. I want to have fun. I want to laugh. I want to move away from being so serious. I want to play. Good. Inhale that right leg back and up behind you, down dog split. And stepping that right foot forward. Inhale those arms to the sky, nice high lunge. And then generate play here. Generate fun here. Even a smile that crosses your face. Or something that reminds you of staying in that place in between. Touch down, hands to the floor. Downward facing dog. Roll forward to plank pose. I love your block. You got this. Lower all the way down to your belly. Rise up into cobra. Perry's block is talking to her. It says, you got this on her block. Downward facing dog. That's something. Does anybody want to start that business? Have your blocks talk to you? Like a little recorder inside of it. Inhale your left leg back and up behind you.
Love the idea, Sheryl.
Yeah, I think I've come up with a couple of good ideas already this morning. Left foot forward. I talked about smiling eyes this morning, or what did I say? Arms to the sky. You're giving kisses, kissing eyes.
Yeah.
That's what I said. I'm sending you kisses with my eyes. I'm on a roll. Write these things down. Bend your elbows here. Lean back, lean back, lean back. Yes, 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 Lorna. Beautiful. Inhale deeply. Exhale, hands down to the floor. Downward facing dog. Roll forward to plank. Get your power. Own it here. Every time you get to that place where this is a little challenging, feel that strength of who you are. Lower down slow. Take it down slow. Hover maybe. Inhale, reach up, cobra. Open your mouth, stick out your tongue, stretch out through those toes. Downward facing dog. Nice, Cam. Beautiful. Nice, Yasmin. Step your right foot forward. Open to Virabhadrasana. 2, 2, 2, 2. Last night in teacher training, Veronica was taking all the teachers through Sanskrit poses, the names of the poses but in Sanskrit. And I was very proud of myself that I knew all of them. Said your left arm down your left leg, take your right arm up and back. I was scared. I was like, oh no, what if I don't know them? Good, straighten your front leg and take it into Trikonasana, triangle pose. Good, open through the shoulders here, soften through those front ribs. So as the ribs move to your back body, you almost have a slight rounding in your middle back. So do this, take your left hand behind your head and then curl your chin into your chest and feel the rounding in your back body. Fill it up. From that place, press your head back, but don't let your ribs pop forward. Take your left arm back up to the sky. Beautiful, nice, and touch down, downward facing dog. Stepping your left foot forward. Gentle landing. Open up Virabhadrasana 2, second warrior. Take those arms maybe a little bit higher and sink that pelvis maybe a little bit lower. Beautiful. Straightening that front leg and take it into triangle pose. Good. Take your right arm, bring it behind your head, and curl your chin into your chest. Pull the rib cage back. Keep that. This is the point. Once you do that, keep that, and then open up. Press your head back now, and watch that little beautiful in-between place, right? Where that we're not pushing the ribs forward and we're not pulling them all the way back. Nice, Linda. Great, Karen. And then touch down. Nice, Sue. Downward facing dog. And move forward, taking it through your vinyasa. Again, keeping the fullness in your back body. Nice, Nancy. You add or subtract anything. Nice, Melissa. Good. From here, inhale your right leg back and up behind you, down dog split, and then bring your heel towards your butt. Don't open the hip. Keep the knee pointing down. Now look forward. Now, how are you going to keep that slight rounding in your back here? Fill that middle back a lot, but look forward and kick your heel toward the back of your head. This is so strong, everybody. The power of that navel, the power of that back body. Good. Stretch that leg to straight. Step that right foot forward. Open up Virabhadrasana 2. Now, I know this is a tricky one to instruct, but I won't keep your arms out, letter T, and just lean toward the long side of your mat. Lean toward the long, so not to the front of your mat, to the long side of your mat. So lean this way. Keep going. Yep, just like that, Perry. Yep, Lorna, you got it. Yes, Kim. Yep, Jane. Good. Now round your back. Round it a little bit. Good. And as you come back up, nice, Veronica, as you come back up, Susan, keep that fullness in your back body. Squeeze your shoulder blades on your back, but then extend through your arms, straighten your front leg. And once again into triangle pose. Elena, beautiful. Nice, Margot. Good. Now sweep your right arm underneath your right ear, your left arm over your left ear. So your arms are framing your ears. Good. And then rise back up, Virabhadrasana 2. At any moment, and I particularly have this in my body where I shoot myself forward into that huge back bend. So keep the fullness in your back body. Now turn your palms face up, and now lean back as if you're going to take a back bend. Lean to the back side of that long side of your mat. Good. Inhale, come on up. Exhale, downward facing dog. Beautiful, Allison. Inhale your left leg back and up behind you. Bring your heel towards your butt. Look up. But you're really, really talking yourself through this. How do I keep so much integrity in that middle back? Lift up. Press the heel to the back of your head. And then extend that leg back behind you again, stepping that left foot forward, Virabhadrasana 2. Yeah, whatever I don't make sense, just make it up. Good, and here we go. We're gonna lean toward the right side, to the long side of your mat. So lean toward the long side of your mat, almost like you're paralleling your waistline to the floor. Keep that left knee wide. Don't let the left knee fall in. That's it. Beautiful. Keep all that. Inhale, come on back up. Beautiful. Now turn your palms face up and lean back the other direction. Be aware, be aware. Breathe in between. Go into that space in between. Good. Come back up. Inhale deeply. Exhale, touch down, hands to the floor. Oh, did I do something else? Can we go back to triangle? I'm sorry. I got really excited. I think I did triangle between, didn't I? Yeah, I got excited for you to go the other way. It is nice that you have me on your team, that I get excited for what you do. I get excited for your bodies. Good. And then from here, you can go ahead and touch. Oh, you know what? Let's do the arm thing because that is fun.
Oh,
I might go home. Arms, frame those ears. Good. Come on up, Virabhadrasana too, just for fun. Don't worry, I'll come back. Inhale deeply. Exhale, hands down to the floor, downward facing dog. I got this, don't worry. Take it through vinyasa of choice. Open that mouth, stick out that tongue. And drop down to those knees and press back into child's pose. Space in between the breath. Space in between the clouds. Space in between trees. He goes on to say the space in between two boxers in the ring, two teams on the field. In love making, it's space between two bodies. In conversation, space between two people. The beginning, the middle space may feel like nothing, but as you shift your awareness to this very subtle place, you'll begin to see how dynamic this place is, how magnetic this place is. A place that's invisible becomes illumined and richly textured. And this is such a wonderful surprise that you cannot help but burst out laughing. Come on up to your hands and knees and begin to cat and cow here. Beautiful. And come to that place that's neutral so the back feels nice and full. And then stretch your right arm out to the right. Slide it underneath your left, threading the needle. Enjoy your breath here. Maybe take a moment to inhale and pause and exhale. I know I'm a broken record, but it is said in our yogic texts that the retention between the breaths, that place in between the inhale and the exhale, is very powerful, very healing. Inhale, come on up and change to the other side. Deep inside yourself, wander in. Each time we illuminate a little bit more of ourselves, why we're here, what our purpose is. I do truly believe we will laugh more. We will send kisses through our eyes. And then rise up, downward facing dog. Stepping your right foot forward. Bring your left foot in just enough so both legs go straight, Parsvottanasana. Then I want you to go back and forth between coming up onto your right heel and then lowering down onto your right foot and lifting your back heel. Go back and forth, and in any moment you can bend a knee. Hands on blocks is really nice here. Keeping your hips nice and square. And then go into that place in between where both heels are dropped down. And you just rest in the center. Rest in the center. In between thoughts. in between snowflakes. Good, now bend your right knee and lean forward until your left leg floats to the sky. Standing split. And then bring your hands to your heart center and float up to Virabhadrasana, 3/3 warrior. From here, bend both knees. And then shoot those arms forward as if you're shooting the arms and legs to straight by use of that place in between the spine. Plant your hands back down to the floor. And step back, downward facing dog. Adho Mukha Svanasana. Roll forward to plank. Lower all the way down to your belly. Rise up into Bhujangasana. Cobra. Press back. Adho Mukha Svanasana. Downward facing dog. I'm practicing my Sanskrit. Left foot steps forward. Bring your right foot in just enough so both legs can go straight. Parsvottanasana. Right, so asana means what? Steady. A place of steadiness, steady mind, steady breath. So move back and forth between lifting the front heel and then the back heel. Keep that left hip tacked back, keep the low belly drawn in. And then come to that wonderful place in between, rest there. Both heels touching the floor, deep breath. Yasmin, I have 33 if I'm not counting myself. It's just a game I play with you. Good, and then bend your left knee and swing your right leg to the sky. Point the toe to the floor. Tuck your chin into your chest for a minute. Now bring your hands to your heart center. Keep your chin tucked in. You're rounding your body. And as you float up to Vira 3, keep all that power in your back body. And you can lift your head at some point, but keep all that power. That's it, Perry. Nice. Nice, everybody. And then bend both knees, and from bent knees, shoot your arms straight out in front of you. Shoot your legs to straight. And then let your hands float to the floor or fall to the floor. And downward facing dog. Please have fun. If you haven't laughed for a while, start laughing more. Forward you go to plank. Lower down to your belly. Reach back for your ankles. So this is tough, right? I'm going to have you reach back for your ankles, but how are you going to keep that middle back powerful? Pull that navel in here. Keep that navel scooped in. And then begin to lift up your knees and lift up your shoulders, but stay powerful in your thoracic and your middle back. Pull your toes back. Gorgeous. As you gently release, come into Sphinx Pose. Drop your legs and let your elbows come underneath your shoulders. Tuck your chin into your chest for just a moment and lift up that back body. Nice. Yep. Ladies in front of me are rocking it. Good. Now lift your head up here, but keep that back body and melt into your heart. Melt into your heart. Ooh. Now bring your feet off the floor and kick your heels to the back of your head. Do not lose that back body. Navel up, ribs back. Spread your toes. Good. Lower your feet to the floor. Slide your hands back, cobra, and press back, downward facing dog. Beautiful. Right foot steps forward. Walk to the left until you come to the center of your mat. Turn, turn, turn. And then drop your hands to the, I'm sorry, drop your elbows to the floor or just keep your arms straight, whatever is better for you. So your back will naturally round here just a little bit. That's awesome. Make sure your feet are parallel to each other. Good. Keep your left hand down on the floor. If you came to your elbow, straighten that left arm. Take your right arm to the sky. Good. Watch that top shoulder. It has a tendency to want to move more toward your hip. Move it more towards your ear. And then change sides. Breathing here, breathing here, breathing here. Good. Lower that back down. Just walk your hands forward. So you're in a nice wide-legged downward facing dog. And again, you can certainly come down to your elbows here. Keep the armpits lifted. Beautiful. Walk yourself back in. Downward facing dog. Really nice, everybody. Left foot steps forward. Walk to the right until you come to the center of your mat. Squeeze your shins in toward each other. Maybe tuck your chin into your chest for just a moment. And then allow your elbows to maybe float to the floor. So you can go into that wider leg if you want. Just be aware that you're still hugging in. So the legs are absolutely necessary here to open up, not only the hamstrings, but the spine. Nice, Kim. Yep. Nice, Maria. So you breathe deeply here. Space between the breath. You know, some of us live a little bit more in space than others of us, right? If we have Vata constitution, we live a little bit more in space. So having that concrete yes, no, right, wrong, right, seems more grounding for us. The Vata constitution also has that consistent, how do I say this, has that ability to stay in a place of worry. So go ahead and take your right arm up to the sky, left hand stays on the floor. Twist here. And then right hand to the floor, left arm to the sky. Nice, Roz. You got it. Hand down to the floor, step back to the front of the mat. Downward facing dog. Walk or jump to squat. Any variation here? Meaning you might stay in chair, you might come onto your toes. And then if you want to try crow pose here, it really is one of my favorite poses to work that back body rounding. You drop your hands to the floor. You want to stay in squat. Squatting for a long period of time is very supportive unless your knees are not happy. If you want to take crow, you're going to slide your knees to your upper shelf of your arms and round your back and pull into that back body. And maybe just come on up to your tippy toes. Maybe start to squeeze your feet off the floor. Beautiful. I love the top of your head, so I'm seeing. Good, and then standing forward bend. Hands on your hips, push down through your legs, rise up to stand. Drop your arms alongside the body, turn your palms forward and just close your eyes for a moment. What a wonderful surprise when you burst out laughing. You can dissolve yourself into that place of peace, which lies between good, bad, right, wrong. My beliefs versus your beliefs. And breathing into the flow of the divine, he says, where the rhythm of life turns into each other, the eternal exchange. Pour one breath into the other, the out breath into the in breath, and the in breath into the out breath, and awaken to equanimity, at peace in the play of opposites. This is written by Lauren Roach. I love this version of the Radiant Sutras. Open your eyes, hug your left knee into your chest, and wrap your left ankle on top of your right knee. Left ankle, right knee. Yep, sit back to chair. Reach your arms forward. And then what is that middle place for you where your hips just dissolve to the floor and your fingertips reach up to the sky? Find that middle place and pull in two directions. You're reaching down toward the floor and you're reaching up toward the ceiling. Keep that foot flexed, Maria, that left foot flexed. Pull those, yes, thank you. Good, and then rise up. Good. And then change to the other side, page 74. Good, sit back, sit back, sit back. All right, take your arms up just a little bit more. Yes. And then just let your mind wander into your back body. Find that middle place and pull in two directions. Sit back as far as you can go, but reach as high as you can go. Your spine loves this. And then rise up. Beautiful. Really, really nice. Okay, hug that left knee into your chest again. Again, ankle to knee, left ankle on top of right knee, sit back. Interlace your palms this time and press straight up. Where's your breath? Find it. Good. Now, as you release your hands, reach down to hold that foot and lift it up. Lift your left foot up. Yeah, and then hand your left foot to your left hand. Good. And now start to bring your left knee out to the left, maybe just a half frog. Maybe start to straighten that left leg out to the left. What's this called, Veronica? Padangustasana. And then bring it back and release it down. Good. Padangustasana. Second side, please. Ankle to knee first, sit back. Flex that foot a lot. Again, the rounding in the back is really sweet. And then it's like you round and then you come up from that rounding and you pull, but you sit lower, you go low, low, low. And then interlace your palms and press straight up. Karen, great. Nice, Andra. Jackie. And then reach down, pick up that foot, rise up, straighten that leg. Put that foot into your right hand. Watch overarching here. Good, Allison. And then start to bring that leg out to the side. Padangustasana. Say that 2 times fast. Good. And release back down. Sit back into chair. You can maybe bring your feet a little closer here. Nice Roz. Hands at your heart center. Prayer twist to the right. Left elbow hooks. Fill that back body. Come back to center and try the other side. Beautiful, Robin. Touchdown. Nice, Nancy. Touchdown. Linda, beautiful. Step back plank. Lower all the way down to your belly and turn your cheek to the side and rest, please. The light in the entire universe is permeated with divine awareness. And every area of your body, your feet, your face, your shoulders, made out of this divine awareness. The body of the planet beneath you, out beyond the farthest horizon, the stars and the reaches of space, all are arising from God consciousness. Know this and dissolve into peace. Dissolve into that consciousness, that supreme consciousness. Turn your cheek to the other side. Trust in this universe, and that it definitely is not just horizontal and vertical. It's not just two ways. My teacher, Veronica, would always say, return to your center over and over and over again. Find that center and know it well. Good. Come back up to Sphinx Pose, elbows underneath your shoulders. Now tuck your toes under. Lift your hips up. Walk your feet in, so you're in a forearm downward facing dog. Elbows on the floor. Yeah, there you go. Walk in, walk in. Inhale your right leg to the sky. Keep your roundness in your back body. Click your heel toward the back of your head and look up. Do not overarch here. Feel your power. Lower that leg down. Try the other side. Breathe. Soften your eyes and come on down. And rest in child's pose. Beautiful, nice, Allison. Rest, rest well. Walk your upper body to the right side of the mat, stretching the left side body. I'm super excited. At the beginning of March, I am finally putting out my Ayurvedic at-home chef training, which will include infusions, water infusions, all kinds of wonderful vegan Ayurvedic foods and mantras and meditations. I just put it together. It's complete. Just got to get all the information out. It will be a 3-month training. Go to the other side. I've been wanting to do this for a while, but I love what Veronica said. Veronica's kind of smart, by the way, you guys. I mean, just so you know. I had told her after I'd finished a couple of my Ayurvedic trainings that I wanted to do one, and she had said something, oh, in a couple of years you'll probably do it. And I'm like, what are you talking about, a couple of years? I want to do it now. This was like 2 years ago. And she said to me, it's because you had to make it your own, which is exactly what I did. So I'm very excited. Hopefully some of you on here will join me. Come back to center and downward facing dog. Good. Inhale that right leg back and up behind you, down dog split. And then bring your right knee forward for pigeon, and or do that wonderful little fall on your back that I see you do. Some of you have gotten so clever how you've taken it from down dog split to on your back pigeon. Very well done. Good. And then walk forward until your forehead is on the mat. Breathe into this body, this temple. Receive so fully yourself here. Again, always wander into this moment and find that place inside of you that can rest in the in-between. You don't have to make any decisions right now. You don't have to prove anything right now or argue anything right now. Walking your hands back up. Now, those of you who are on your back, just stay there. But walking your hands back up, actually, let me say something to the people on your back. Go ahead and lift your head and reach for your foot. So you're going to get that nice rounding in your back. Those of you who are in pigeon with your belly is facing the floor, I want you to click your back heel, that's your left foot up, and I want you to try to pull your head back as if your head's coming back to meet your heel. Good. Those of you on your back, go ahead and release back down, and those of you with your belly facing the floor, release that leg, downward facing dog. If you would like to take a vinyasa, feel free to do that. Otherwise, we're going to take our left leg back and up behind us. And we'll take our left knee forward for pigeon. I might not have done that on the other side, but pigeon pose, second side. Releasing your forehead down to the floor. Enjoying this space. Playing in this space. Dana, can you pull those left toes back just a little bit more? Yeah. Beautiful. And then walking your hands up. If your belly's facing the floor, if you're on your back, walk your hands up toward that foot. That's your right foot. Good. And then click your heel towards your butt. Fingertips on the floor. If your fingertips don't touch the floor, maybe you need some blocks underneath them. Good. Nice, Kathy. And then pull your throat back. Nice, Jackie. Yeah, Jane. Nice, Andra. Good. You're digging that right knee down and pulling it slightly forward. And then gently release, downward facing dog. Right. So all this work, downward dog, Adho Mukha Svanasana, all this work that you're doing, you could actually be overarching your back if you're not following these directions. So we're really working to not overarch, but to get stronger. Right foot forward, please. Left knee on the mat, Anjaneyasana. Nice, Susan. Nice, Marjorie. All right, so here we go. Take your hands down to your right thigh, interlace your palms and press your right thigh forward. Lift up your back heel, don't reach for it. Lift up your back heel. And then press your heel toward the back of your head. Press your heel to the back of your head. Good. Hands down to the floor, lower the foot, jump switch or step switch. Inhale those arms to the sky. Hands down to that thigh, press it forward. Click your heel toward the back of your head. And lean back as if your head and your heel are going to touch. Keep that fullness in your back body strong. And then release it down and step back into child's pose. Beautiful. Okay, let's come on up and come into Camel. So come on up to your knees. Maybe a blanket underneath your knees. That's nice, Jackie. And then have the awareness of whether you want to just keep your hands on your hips and just lift the chest. Actually, let's do this first. We did this the other day. Put your hands on both hands on your heart. So right hand, left hand, doesn't matter which one goes in. And then press your chest up to meet your hands. Lift up. Now pull your navel in and press into your middle back, but keep lifting up into your hands. That's the challenge, no? That's the challenge, to keep that chest lifted and that middle part of your back as full as possible. Of course, there's going to be a slight arch. And then see if you can reach back for Camel, or maybe your hands are going to come onto your hips. Blocks are great. Nice, Elisa. Nice, Margot. Inhale, come on up. Exhale, downward facing dog. Stretch it out. Good. Walk or jump to the front of your mat and lie down on your back. Hug your knees into your chest. Bring your nose up to meet your knees. As you're doing this, press your knees into your hands. And then lower your head back down. Come into happy baby pose. Squeeze your shins in toward each other, but widen your knees away from each other. And then go ahead and squeeze your right knee on top of your left knee. Put your right knee on top of your left and squeeze your shins toward each other. And pull your knees in and drop your arms out to letter T. Squeeze your shins in, but press your sit bones wide. Press your middle back down. Lift your chest up. Keep breathing. And then switch sides. Remember, just go through a little checklist in your body. Check in. See where you can widen. See where you can contract. See where you can lift. See where you can lower. And most importantly, see where you can breathe just a little deeper. Good. Now stretch your legs straight up to the sky. Keep your arms out to letter T. If your palms are face up, turn your palms face down. And then I just want you to take your legs slightly to the right. And that middle part of your back, I want you to push down on your left side. Push down. As if there was a strap there and I'm trying to pull it out and I can't pull it out. Super powerful. And then take the legs slightly up and bring them to the left. And push your right ribs down. Come back to center and go to the right side one more time. And then go to the left. And come back to center and hug your knees into your chest. Beautiful. Drop your feet to the floor. Just be in constructive rest for just a moment. And then begin to come into bridge pose. So arms alongside the body. Press down into the feet, lift the outer hips up, move the outer hips up toward the sky. And try to soften through the groin, lift through the chest. Make the feet completely active by drawing the heels back, but the knees forward. And then lower down. The next time he says the thought arises, I want this or I think that, grab hold of this I. What is this I? Perceive it all by itself. Wonder, who is this I? In that place, embrace all dimensions. Reach into the source, the luminous world of dancing energies in an ever-changing relatedness. Who is this I? Take it into your final back bend. So maybe that's a full wheel. Maybe it's a bridge. Maybe you want to turn over onto your belly and take another bow pose. Final back bend, my friends, of the morning. Maybe even it's a block underneath your seat. That's quite nice too. And then bring yourself back down. If you came into Camel, feel free to go into Child's. If you were in full back bend, you might want to just pause for a moment and then hug your knees. And if you're still on a block, you can stay there. I'm going to give you an opportunity to go into an inversion here. So maybe since you're on your back, most of you are on your back, you would prefer to bring the soles of your feet together, let your knees drop wide. Not that that's an inversion, but it's restorative, and I'll take that. Or if you want to take it into headstand, handstand, shoulder stand, your choice. Keep breathing wherever you are. Nice, Veronica. Veronica's taking it into Scorpion, which would be a very awesome place to go after everything that we did so far today. Just one more minute here. And then find yourself returning to the opposite of being inverted. Pause as you come down, feel. We're going to find ourselves coming back up to sit just to finish with a couple of forward bends. We'll start with Janu Shasana. Stretch your legs out in front of you. Maybe a blanket underneath your seat. Bending your right knee, letting your right knee fall out to the side. Twisting over your left leg. And coming forward any amount. Maybe using a strap. Keep breathing here. They're point between the past and the future. Rest in the middle, right here, right now. Inhale, slowly come on up. Beautiful. And change to the other side. Again, make sure you're on a blanket if you feel like your tailbone is too scooped under. And do that wonderful little offering of drawing your low back just a little bit longer. So one part of the sacrum draws down, the top of it lifts up. And rise up. Beautiful. Come to a comfortable seat. And keeping your hands on your knees. We're going to do alternate nostril breathing, but not using your hands. So close your eyes. Keep your hands on your knees. And you'll use your mind to draw your breath in through your left nostril. At the top of that inhale, hold the breath at the third eye. And then exhale the breath out of the right nostril. Use your mind to do this. And then inhale into the right nostril. Hold the breath at the third eye. Keep your jaw relaxed and exhale out the left nostril. Continue like this, in through one nostril, out through the other. And resting in that in-between place. Next time you exhale through the right nostril, bring your awareness to both nostrils and breathe in through both nostrils, pausing at the top of that inhale. And exhaling through both nostrils. Do that 2 more times. Inhale through both nostrils, pause at the third eye. Exhaling through both nostrils. Last time. At the end of that exhale, release that pattern. Lie on your back and hug your knees into your chest. Lift and shift your hips to the right. Let your knees drop to the left. Come back to center, switch side. Come back to center, relax your arms, relax your legs. Shavasana. Make sure you're warm. Very gently begin to deepen your breath. Let your body stretch in any way that serves you well. If you're lying on your back, hug your knees into your chest, roll to the right side, and come on up to sit. Bring your hands to your heart center. Chant Om Shanti 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 Om Peace. Peace. Yeah. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Maybe rest in that place in between. Maybe find peace there. Sliding your hands in the space between the eyebrows. Namaste, everybody. Thank you so much, everybody. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Love, love, love. Have a beautiful day, everybody.
Veronica and Sheryl.
Thank you.